Ever find yourself in a rut making the same 5 to 10 meals over and over again? Well, if you're like me, you do. Today I had some ground beef that needed to be used, and I went online, searched for over an hour looking for the perfect recipe, read tons and tons of them, and finally decided, let's see what's in the pantry and go from there. That's how I came up with what I'm calling tossed together taco casserole. Thanks for joining me today on Susan's Cozy Kitchen. Let's get started with today's casserole. First thing, 3/4 to a pound of ground beef. Put that in a screaming hot skillet. And just start breaking up your meat as it's browning. Once you get the meat broken up, toss in a tablespoon of the dried chopped onions, or if you want to chop onions, throw in, I don't know, half a cup of chopped onions. And then I have a teaspoon of diced garlic, again, the store-bought stuff, because why do the work when someone else will do it for you? Mix that together. This helps to flavor your meat so that it's not just bland ground beef. It's going to turn into taco meat. Sorry about the earthquake. My audio equipment fell and shook the entire tripod. Okay, so you've got your ground beef. You've added the onion and the garlic. It's starting to smell good. Now, sprinkle in 2½ tablespoons of taco seasoning. This is a 30% lower sodium taco seasoning that I've got because I ran out of the seasoning that I had mixed together. So I always have a pack on hand in case that happens. You can see it's starting to get some color. The meat is browning up nicely. Once the meat is browned, I'm going to start adding all of this. This is a can of black beans that I drained and rinsed. Okay, just stir those in. Next, a can of tomatoes with diced chilies. Actually, that's diced tomatoes with green chilies. Mixed up my words again. Stir that in. And just let everything heat together. Going to add 1½ tablespoons of ranch dressing mix. And again, this can be some that you buy, or it can be some that you make yourself. Stir that in. Now I'm going to have 4 ounces of grated cheese. I'm going to add half that maybe. Okay, the other half I'm going to put over the top. Let's stir that in. Just let that kind of melt in there. This is the final thing. I measured a cup of dry macaroni, boiled it. Now I'm going to add that in. Very gently stir everything together. I'm going to give this a taste, make sure that it's good before I continue. So, spoon. Can never have too much cumin. So I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon. Just needed something, little something extra to give it that taco-y flavor. That was exactly what it needed. Turn off the heat. All right. And now I'm just going to carefully, ooh, this thing is heavy. Wow, okay. Heavy casserole alert. All right, I'm just going to very carefully let this slide in. I'm sorry I'm doing it away from there, but that was the only way to hold it. All right, there's everything in. Just smoothing it out across the top. Decision time. Cheese and then the chips, or chips and then the cheese? I think I'll do cheese and then the chips. So here's some cheese over the top. You know, that looks so pretty. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. And when I serve it at the table, I have chips crushed up that we can just sprinkle over the top. That will keep the chips crisp, and I think it'll be delicious that way. I have the air fryer set to bake 350 for 20 minutes. It's preheating right now. As soon as it finishes preheating, we'll pop this in and get dinner started. Okay, it's ready to go in. The timer just beeped. Let's take a look. The cheese is melted, it's browned on top, and I think it looks fabulous. I'll be serving it tonight with some homemade guacamole, some salsa, some sour cream, and of course the crushed up chips. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. While you're there, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll find out every time I upload a new video to YouTube. Thanks for watching. God bless.